It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos, and it's all up next.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And off we go from Denver. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They give it to him again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And they bring him down around the 34. It's a gain of 4 there, and the Broncos will have a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Finds Mims. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Touchdown, Denver! Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, it's James Prochet. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So here come the Titans now to get their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Forced out to his right. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Throwing from the gun here. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be second down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll throw it. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's a throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. This one's caught. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Marvin Mims now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Denver offense taking the field for their 2nd drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Sent down by Cody Barton. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. He gets 6 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Nix with it on 1st. Short pass brought in. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Amani Hooker with the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 now. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They've got first down from the 31. They'll throw again. Nix. He sends this one to the end zone. And that won't be brought in, but I love the deep shot there. Some excitement for us on our final play of the opening quarter. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Complete. It's Ingram. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Looking for Tyler Lockett on that play. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now on fourth down, one of the greats, Johnny Hecker, out to punt this away. Takes it in at the 26. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. First down, ball at the 36. Nix from the gun. A sideline shot snagged by Sutton. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Play action with Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Mason Kinsey to return this for the Titans. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. No return on that punt. And the Titans will get set to take over. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Throwing now, off play action. Fits it through the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. He's going to throw this one. That one's complete, right side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. No motion to lock it right. The give on second to Pollard. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got it at the 6. Touchdown, Tennessee. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans tie things up at 14. All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos offense all set to go. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Nix to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
They're going play action. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. They've got first down from the 31. Pass play coming here. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Titans will have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Working inside the red zone. Cut by Lockett. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll throw it again. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Setting up a throw. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down, but instead it's incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Up and good from Joseph. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On the return, here's Mims. He's got a lane up past the 30. The Broncos taking the field for the final time in this first half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Throwing on first down, Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing here, Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Brought in by Vele. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it'll knock this game up late in the second quarter.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break. He'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. We've reached halftime, and it's been an even one so far. We are all tied up at the break. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Titans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll motion to lock it right. 1st and 10, it's Pollard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 27. Pass taken in by Lockett. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw here on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Handoff running right, Pollard. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. In on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, a run with Pollard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos are stopped, and they're going to have the football out beyond their own 30. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
Ball at the 33 for first down. A give to Dobbins to start the third. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Back to Dobbins on first. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Nix from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one doesn't go far.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
Now Nix on third down. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Nix with it on first. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll throw again. Nix. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grab the lead on their first series of the half. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap to Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. Complete. It's Ingram. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Sent down by Cody Barton.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Going for the first with Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defense.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Now Nix. Throw caught by his running back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Well, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Nix looking to throw. So this one on the defense. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 1. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short, to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Nix to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. The toss running right, Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Crochet with a return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So now here comes the Titans on offense. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing it to start this drive. Completed to Lockett. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They run the counter to Pollard. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Pass play now. Cut by Lockett. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 41. They'll throw it. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 36. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Completed to Pollard. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Titans will have a first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. This throw is caught. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Mims. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 27. So quickly, the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Running it again with Dobbins. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. First down, ball at the 36. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So it's a win for the Broncos. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.